Guys, this is your inspirational nurse underscore RN. Here comes to you live another great video. Hello all my YouTube family, how everybody is going. This is your girl Tiara and welcome back to my channel. Guys, it's been a minute, y'all see these bags under my eyes. I have some really great news. So I have been gone for just a little bit just to move. God has officially moved me, and it was all by faith. So this video is going to be titled how to get approved for a luxury apartment as a new grad nurse. So stay tuned if you guys are interested, or you guys just want the details of my process. I will also give you little details of how everything happened for me. And so let's just jump right in. First of all, how y'all doing? For those that's still working hard, I thank you for all that you do. All my first responders, all my nurses, my LPNs, all my medical assistants, FCNAs, everybody shouting out on this video. I know you guys are working extremely hard. I have been. And so I remember in my last vlog, or the vlog before that, I mentioned that God was getting ready to transition me. Now normally when you guys are getting ready to go into an upgrade, or God is getting ready to move you, he will send you several signs and confirmations. It's never going to be like one message. It's always going to be several confirmations that's going to start coming in. My search started because literally God needed me in a certain location, and I'm actually now went from 40 minutes, y'all, all the way to 6 minutes. My new home is only 6 minutes from the hospital. I am literally down the block and around the corner. So no more paying tolls, no more driving, trying to get home safely, y'all. My last time I drove from the hospital all the way back home, I was driving on the shoulder and didn't even know it, due to staying to help night shift, because night shift has been short and I tried to help them out if we get a last minute admission or something. But guys, yes, so God has officially moved me. It's all about location. And my husband and I thought it was crazy, because we're like, wait, this is a lie. I mean, because we're currently back in a metropolitan area. We were currently living in a modular home in a rural area. So can you imagine the adjustments of moving back to everything, where everything is down the block, around the corner, walking distance, shopping outlets, everything. I was just like, wow. So guys, literally when God is telling you to do something, he will tell you in parts. Forgive the sun, I'm literally at the pool with my 2 kids, taking a break from all the packing and trying to cook dinner and get myself together, y'all. But the main thing is, tip number 1, when you're trying to get approved for a luxury apartment as a nurse, is you definitely want to pray on it. That should always, excuse the light, y'all, that should always be the first step. You always want to pray on it to make sure that it's something that God is doing. It's not just a personal preference. I was comfortable where I was at, and so God had to literally make me uncomfortable to move. I literally settled on a modular home, and God wanted to give me better. And I was like, you know, we settle a lot of times, I mean, and God literally shut everything down. My AC stopped working. Then it was my hot water tank wasn't pushing out hot water, and then it was my refrigerator wasn't freezing. Literally, he was doing all that he could to get my attention and saying, hey, I need you now in this location. And sometimes God will move you abruptly because there's something that he's protecting you from that you know nothing of. We literally found some other things out that's been going on by the property manager and all this stuff with Aldi. It was a mess, and I said, God, I trust you, because I know when things are going wrong that there's something big coming. There's a breakthrough. So every time something's going wrong, my totally attitude and mood is totally different. My property manager was just like, you know, hey, we're so sorry, you guys are so nice, you know. She could have been fired for helping us because there was some things that went on that we didn't know about, and she was just like, I don't understand why you're not angry. And so always remain grounded when you are, go ahead baby, when you are trying to, when things are going wrong, because sometimes it's not the enemy, sometimes God is doing it to get your attention. And so we were looking in back over here where my hospital is at, in a metropolitan area, and we know that there was a triple or double the price for rent for these luxury apartments and mortgages. And we were like, wow, God, like, you're taking us from literally below 1,000 to like double that, you know. And these places are beautiful, like all these luxury places, and we're like, are we going to be able to get approved? So tip number 2 is definitely when you pray on something, Write things down in your Bible when God confirms things to you, so that way when things are happening, you can go back and reflect on things that God has done. It's kind of like prophesying. That is definitely my gift, because God asked me last week to write everything that I want to happen and coming up, and I literally wrote everything down that was going to happen. And so when I go back in my Bible, it's there. So it's confirmation that God is still working. And so guys, God literally moved us in like a week. We thought we would have like at least a couple of months to get ready, and literally we packed our house up in a week. Packed up, cleaned up. I kept hearing God say spring cleaning. So God kept preparing us, because weeks before then we were spring cleaning closets and houses. I was getting ready to baby stuff, y'all. It was crazy, because I'm like, why am I spring cleaning my house? Like, I was doing with everything, started spring cleaning. I heard God say new things. And so we were cleaning up, and we left a lot of our old things, a lot of our furniture. And God, sometimes that also means new things in your life is getting ready to happen, new things, and keep the old. Stop looking back in the past and let go of the old stuff. God is trying to give you new things. And so we were very obedient this whole process, and it was literally by faith, because like I said, in COVID time, you know, finances and things like that. And so when you're looking for tip number 2, looking for a luxury home or luxury apartment, of course they're going to go through your finances and see how much you make. You always want to have all your documents already ready to go. If you have a travel job, you guys know I love travel nursing. You need to make sure you have an income verification letter typed up, and see if the company is nice enough to help you. Make sure that it says exactly what you make an hour and how much you make a year on it. Some luxury apartments are very picky on whether or not they want that letter, and because some travel assignments or companies will say a range. Okay, she makes between 40 and 45. But and give you a range. They won't give you an exact number, because you're a 1099 individual contractor, so the income and stuff is different. And some places are very, very picky. These luxury apartments are like buying homes. They're very picky on income and things like that, and verifying. So always have your documents ready to go. Tip number 3, which is the biggest tip, ask about the preferred employee benefit. Every hospital or surrounding the hospital have relationships with a lot of other companies that a lot of people do not utilize. A lot of the nurses that I talk to at my job, they just like, we didn't even know we can do that. Like, literally, you can get money off your rent. You can get waived your application, because y'all know these application fees for luxury apartments are high. They're like $300 something half the time. You know, you pay an extra $199 here, $99 there, and so it adds up. And so that will be my biggest tip, is to ask about that. Excuse my hair, y'all, because y'all, I got a perm. I got so much I'm doing, but I'm super happy. I'm just so overwhelmed that everything happened the way it did. It happened super fast. And so make sure you always ask about that, because each individual community, private community, have their own benefit for nurses and first responders. So always do that. Always ask. You never know. And be transparent. That's my 4th tip. Be transparent into what is going on. Okay, I need to be closer to work. I am 40 minutes away. I am a nurse, and I need to do this or this or that. And that you need to be transparent with whoever you're dealing with or trying to get a luxury apartment through, because luxury apartments seem to be the thing. If you guys stay on YouTube, God has literally opened a lot of doors for so many people that have new luxury apartments and taking them out of their homes. And because of the times we're in, God is protecting us from going bankrupt and having all this debt and things like that. And so these apartments are like mini houses. They're gorgeous, same finishes, same everything. You can find different types of homes, townhomes, regular condos, regular apartments, and they're really nice. And then you get your amenities with it. So that would be my 4 tips. Tip number 5 is just make sure you picking stuff that you actually want. Don't settle, because if God is giving you something, don't settle. Don't limit yourself and say, hey, I'm a new grad, you know, I don't make that much, or I know I'm just, you know, I'm just going to, you know, qualify for this. You know, be honest, but at the same time, if God is giving it to you and he's telling you he's giving it to you, go by faith. My husband made the joke during this move, because I told him, I said, look, if God is giving us something, he's never going to just give us something and not give us the finances to be able to pay off a beautiful place like this. Never will he do that. He always give you everything total. And so when we literally got here, guys, it's so crazy how God works. Before we could even move in, my husband picked me up from work one time, And shout out to my husband, because he picks me up and drops me off to work all the time because I'm just so tired. And you know, he wakes up 5 a.m. with me every day to make my coffee, gas running, car running. I mean, amazing guy, amazing man. And he said, babe, you know, I got a call today, and one of his military guys thought about him and decided to give him their position because they're moving, and he will be a perfect fit. And the starting is everything that we needed income wise to be able to afford it. I was just like amazed. My husband did not have to search for any job or do anything. And that's what I mean when I say that God is doing things and you need to be faithful. So when things doesn't make sense, and literally it wasn't the perfect timing, my personal wise, but God's timing was perfect, how he did everything. And if it's yours, no one could take it, because during the process, we were told numerous times that 3 other people were looking at the same apartment that we got approved for. You know, just hearing the word approved was like shocking, because we have so much going on. We have 3 kids, family of 5, you know. And so when we heard we were approved, we was like, what? You know, so you'll be surprised of what God can do, even when you think you don't approve, credit-wise, you know, debt-wise, money-wise. God still will approve you and then give you the means to be able to keep up with the place. So don't listen to people when they say, oh, why are you doing that? Or why you do this? We kept this whole move on the hush-hush for like weeks, like the weeks that we was moving, because we literally just finished moving in 2 days ago. That week, we just been silent. We just been moving as God been moving us and preparing for our new place. And so always expect the best when you are God's child. Never limit yourself. Never water down yourself because somebody think you can't have something, or somebody has something less crappy, like a crappy place, and they don't want you to have a nice place, because people are people, you know. Jealousy is jealousy. So sometimes you just be in silence and just move as God is instructing you to do so. And then when everything happens, then you go and say, hey, I moved, you know, because you know you're gonna get the questions, and really you don't owe anybody an explanation when God is doing something for you. Or wants you to be in a certain location. And I've been obedient. Every time God asks me to do something, I stay obedient. I never doubt or question him. I say, you know what? If he's doing that, it's for a reason. And literally, God has allowed us to get new things, new furniture, my dream couch, like literally everything that I prayed for years. And it's funny because my sister would call me and she was like, oh, my pastor just was preaching on the fact that somebody was moving and they was getting a new couch. And I thought it was so funny because literally I went and got me a new sectional. I was like, that's been my like dream to have everybody sitting in one place, you know, on there. And we had the space for it. And I was just like crazy. I'm like, this is so crazy how everything is happening. And during this time I was working, I started back up my BS thing, y'all. So keep me in y'all prayers. I only have 3 classes left. And I am officially graduating this year. And so during all this, my grades remain consistent. I am still at an A. God is amazing, because I'm still able to pop on my laptop real quick and still do quick assignments or discussions on my phone if I'm packing up and you know, and my grade. I just like, wow, this is crazy. I was so concerned with my classes and my grades because I took a break from school, and I was just like, really, God, and I'm moving like on top of all this going on, but God needed me abruptly to get out of it. I don't know what was going on, but he made everything like literally stop working in our home. It's just crazy. But this testimony is for somebody to stay obedient. That will be my biggest tip. And when you're looking for something luxury, start getting your mind used to the luxury. Start going on YouTube and looking at blogs of, you know, luxury places, and how would you decorate your luxury place, you know, what colors would you put in the bedrooms, you know, what would you order from Amazon? Like, even if you don't have the money, just start getting in the mindset of having those things, and when you speak it, it does happen. And so you don't have to literally get everything right away. And also, like I said, a lot of hospitals have a lot of benefits when trying to move. Some hospitals even pay for their nurses to move. I know my hospital, if you're 75 miles out, they'll pay for your rent and move you literally closer to the hospital because they want their employees closer. So especially in these times, guys, so make sure you always ask, what can you do? So even if you feel like the process is going on, but then like you applying and you're not hearing anything, or maybe they're talking about certain things that might be a barrier, always say, what can I do? Is there anything that I can do? And you never know, because sometimes God will align you with the right person to get your paperwork across and get you where you want to be. And like exactly what happened to us, we connected with one person throughout all these places around here, and I was transparent with her. She was just like, she was on it. She was like, it's yours. You got 3 other people, but if you can get down here today, right now, bring your stuff. And I was already ready to go with paperwork. I was, on top of everything. And, my kids were just like, had lots of questions, and we didn't let them see it until we actually moved in. And then they, just wasn't worried about the last place. All their friends, they were just like, okay, we want to get in the pool, we want to enjoy it. And so they just been enjoying the space, and just seeing my 4-year-old say, Mommy, I love my new home. I mean, it was just, it's crazy, like, how everything works. So just stay in tune with the spirit, like just how you stay in tune with the news, stay in tune with the spirit, because even though we're at the end of times, God is still moving people around. God is still transitioning people to new jobs, to new positions. He needs you to be somewhere. He's going to give you the means to do it. Childcare, finances, jobs, income, everything will change when you stay obedient to God's word. So I hope this wasn't super long. I'm sorry. Forgive me, I look crazy, but I am excited. I have on my old Psi Beta shirt, y'all, from when I was in another college. Shout out to my Psi Beta members out there. Just wanted to peek my head in. I just want to say, hey, now I got to get myself together, get this hair straight, and just enjoy it, and then go back to work and then enjoy some more, and go back to work and enjoy some more. Keep doing what you do, because everything you do for these patients and these family members and the companies and hospitals is not in vain, because God sees everything. Even when people be trying to come at you in your job, I had so much warfare in the last month or two, just people just saying things, and I'm just like, you know what? I remain unbothered. Like, that's my goal, is to remain unbothered this year. Like, not let things get me, make me sweat or make me nervous, because I'm like, if God doesn't want me somewhere anymore, he will give me something new. But I'm still at my job. I stay firm on what I do, and guys, I've been doing very good. The last thing that happened on my job was I found out I was nominated on Nurses Week by the best position, the toughest position in our hospital, in a newsletter. I didn't even know, because I don't be checking my emails, y'all. Don't judge me. But by the time 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 7:30 come, I was ready out. But I seen my picture, I seen her picture and my name, and I was like, oh my God, I was nominated. It's crazy. It's for strong patient advocacy and knowing my patients. The physicians trust me all around the board. They know when I have their patients, they're very, very pleased and happy, because they know that and it's good to have the physicians' trust and everything, because people see your work. So even though you might hear some negativity on your job about things that you do, people still see your good work. God is still watching you. So, and he's going to elevate you either way of what they say. Whatever tongue comes against you will not prosper. You will continue to prosper on your job. You will continue to rise up, and your enemies will come your footstool. I'm just hanging with one of the ones that was my enemy, and I offered her something to drink and just being nice, because guess what? I realized that she would be my footstool. She works under me, so it's just like, whatever. You keep your enemies closer, and you keep your eyes open, because this season is crazy. People are savages. They don't care, but God is protecting us all the time. We are protected. So stay tuned, guys. My next vlog, I will be talking about the cardiac COVID unit. That's where I'm currently at until I officially start working in my new home, my new floor. I call it my home, because I've been floorless for like over a year, because I work all these med-surg floors and rotate. And so I picked my 3 floors, and then the other 2 managers just talked to me and was just like, hey, we want you to work for our department. What you think? And I'm just like, oh, so much pressure. But I'm like, I think I need to be in a specialty. But if that's not what God wants me, I'm sure something's going to open up. And it just feels good that you're wanted. Like, all these managers want you to work on their floors, and it feels good because they know that you're a good nurse and they want good nurses. So it just felt really good to be offered all these positions, and I'm just like, ugh, now I got to pick something. So I'm sure that God is going to ease me in there, and it's going to be easy when it's time to transition. But you guys keep me in your prayers, guys. I'm at the end of my program. I encourage you to stay in school. Do not give up on your dreams. Get your bachelor's, get your associates, get the master's, get your MP, whatever you can do. Never limit your education, because you're looking at prices of how much education costs. Don't ever put a price tag on your education. Never limit your education. You will pay that debt back off. God can even cancel your student loans. So never really limit yourself because of how much stuff costs. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that to yourself because you're limiting your blessings. But anyway, guys, stay tuned. I don't know why I said that, but that's for somebody. Stay tuned. I miss you guys so much, and I'll probably do a little tour once everything is together. I'll probably do a small tour of everything. It's beautiful. It's granite, white cabinets. It's gorgeous floors. Everything is beautiful. So just been chilling at the pool, and so I will talk to y'all later.